Hi, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We are continuing The Legend of Korra, and we are moving into Book 2. This is Chapter 1, titled Rebel Spirits, which also kind of relates to the title of this new book, of this new season, Spirits. We had the last one that was called Air, and then, of course, if we go all the way back to the last Airbender, it was Water, Earth, and Fire, and then, now Air, Spirits, and then it's
Change and balance.
Change and balance, yeah, exactly. With the Legend of Korra, and rightly so. We don't really know what this season, this book, is going to be about because they kind of wrapped up everything that happened in the first one with Amon and that really tragic end there for Tarlok and him and the villains in that season. That's so well written and deep villains. I hope that we're gonna get more of the same. But other than that, I think we're just ready to jump into it, pretty much. Unless you have anything you wanna.
Yes, I have streaks on my face, and that's because we just watched Expanse, and I was crying a lot, and I can't fix it now, and we had to do this right after. So
yeah, so there it is. So some tear bending going on in other series as well. Definitely. All right, let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for The Legend of Korra where we are several episodes ahead. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. No worries. And here we go.
Since then, the council was disbanded, and the United Republic elected its first president.
Oh!
Danger now threatens the Southern Water Tribe.
The Southern Water Tribe.
Your first watch. Never know what creatures lurk in the murky depths.
that's not scary.
He's just trying to scare him. Look. Oh! No, there is actually. Whoa, what in the.
Sir? What? Man overboard! Man overboard!
Oh no!
It's the Kraken!
Spirit Kraken.
Yeah.
There we
Wow,
go.
okay.
Alright.
Pro-bending night and Republic
That's some more pro-bending.
A doozy for you.
Now we all know that our last match was garbage. Terrible.
Even Papu's got a uniform on now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with me?
Oh. Oh, Bolin. He's not even with Korra and Mako anymore. Okay, and that.
Into the record books for the fastest knockout in pro-bending history.
Where's Mako when I need him?
What are they doing? Just keeping the city safe? Well, that is more important than pro-bending, so. Damn, Mako.
Looks like you had some car trouble. Good thing the police are here.
And even like the removing the glasses and everything. Looks like you guys had some car trouble.
Oh my god. Horatio?
We're nearly bankrupt.
Don't worry, I'm going to the South Pole to meet with someone who can help us put future industries back on top.
Oh, she's worried.
Yeah.
Oh, hey! Korra's learned to do the,
Air scooter.
yeah. Oh. Cheating.
Wow.
You can't go into the Avatar state to win! See? Mastered.
Pretty good to me. From now on, it's 24/7 boomy time.
Nice.
Hopefully, our visit to all of the air temples will give you the inspiration
Ooh.
to delve
Ooh.
into your studies.
You don't make any sense! Fight!
No one's fighting. Maybe I'll tag along just to see Vacation Tenzin.
You're not invited.
Please tag along.
And you can't stop me from going to the festival. Mom already invited me.
Mom already invited me.
Looks like like you had some car trouble. Good thing the police are here.
No.
Did you write that beforehand?
Beifong says if I keep it up, I can make detectives soon.
So Beifong is back in the police force?
Oh, you've all gotten so big. Your father doesn't bring you to visit nearly enough. He's probably scared I'll beat him up like when we were kids.
I'm not scared of you. Anymore.
Wow, look at all these people that came out to greet us.
No, they came to greet them.
Hmm?
The great chief of the Northern Water Tribe comes to grace us with his presence.
Oh. Who's the chief of the Northern Water Tribe?
Tonrock? Brother.
Oh.
Of course.
Now it's just a chance to watch some rube try to stick an entire Arctic hen in his mouth.
Whoa, so good.
Traditions change.
It would be my honor to instruct you in the spiritual ways of the Water Tribe.
I wouldn't mind learning about fighting spirits.
Tenzin is Korra's instructor. He can give her all the training she needs.
So you've said.
I gotta get into this whole business thing.
Oh shit.
It was a foot off the ground! Is that incredible or what?
Her? What?
It looked like you were just sitting on a pillow.
Bolin! Of course.
Well, why didn't anyone tell me? Now I look like an idiot! Swami, you're fired!
He didn't do anything!
Now that's moxie! Get over here and pop a squat. You gotta check out my new venture. Moving pictures.
Oh, of course.
Ostrich. Right?
Mind-blowing, right? Now, forget that! That's the past! Shut it off, Julie! Spectacular! We're gonna do big business with these movers, as I call them.
I'm just concentrating on getting future industry.
Stop. Look me in the eye. We got a deal!
This guy is
Intense.
Yeah.
We'll hammer out the details of the royal feast tonight.
Is that how business usually goes?
You are a natural assistant.
I don't think that is how it usually goes, no.
No.
Sometimes.
I thought Aang ordered the White Lotus to keep me down here.
We all did what we thought was best for
Hmm.
you.
Who I train with should be my decision, Dad.
Looks like someone's trying to take your place as the Avatar's stick in the mud mentor.
Boomy, don't pick on Tenzin. You know he's always been sensitive.
I'm not sensitive.
Aww.
As your chief, a cheap carnival that celebrates greedy and trivial humans. Angry spirits are already attacking ships in your waters. I only hope we are not too late to change course.
Let's have some fun with wacky wushu's dancing otter penguins!
Otter penguins. I don't think we knew that before. They just called them penguins in the previous one.
Wish me luck. I'm making my move. Whee!
Oh no, he's gonna talk to the wrong.
I'm loving these robes.
Did they just hiss?
Perhaps it would be interesting to spend time with a person whose ways are so rough.
Is that?
I will make you mine.
You mean like a boyfriend or like a slave?
Yes. Win me prizes.
She's
She
the
even
perfectly
looks
casted.
It even looks like Aubrey Plaza in a way.
Never finished training with him in charge.
Is that Lemurs?
We have a winner!
I mean, you heard what
Aw.
Mark said. The South is spiritually unbalanced.
I support whatever decision you make.
Oh, thanks. That's a big help.
Thought you wanted me to be supportive.
Oh, just forget it.
He's trying.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Quiet, Naga. You wake everyone up.
Lick. You're gonna start a howl. Whoa.
What is that?
Huh. Whoa, shit.
Got it! Don't got it!
Korra!
That is one angry spirit, alright? Oh no.
Spirit, why are you angry with us? What have we done to offend you?
How is he?
Go in peace.
I think it's time I had a new teacher.
Now, Korra...
Unalaq has proven he's the only one who knows what I need to learn. I'm sorry, Tenzin. This is as far as we go.
It has been a pleasure serving you,
Aww.
Avatar Korra.
I think you forgot a couple of things. When you get to be my age, you'll be thankful for the time you had with your siblings. I think it's important that you all visit your father's home together.
Come on, it'll be fun.
Look at those earmuffs.
I love you, Mom. We'll see you soon.
Now it is time to put it behind you and begin your new training. I have great plans for you.
Wow. And your tip ending again.
Yep.
That was a pretty amazing first episode of this season book. Damn. Spirits. Yeah, we are definitely getting into that. And Korra's, training her in like how to handle the spirits and how the Avatar is that, bridge between our world and the spirit world. So yeah, I definitely agree that maybe that is something that Korra should be focusing on right now. And the guy who is, from what we have seen, is like the best candidate to teach her. That would be this the leader of the Northern Water Tribe, or the leader of the Water Tribes. They said his name multiple times, but I'm so bad with names. Her uncle, it would be, I guess, because it's her father's brother, so it's like they are family.
And well, it is exciting because in The Last Airbender, they briefly touched on the subject with the spirit world, but I don't think they went into much into it. And it was one of the things that I really liked about this whole Avatar thing, the whole spirit world. And it's not because I'm a very spiritual person myself, but I really like all of this.
Yeah, just the lore about it, and yes, the few times that we did go into the spirit world, or we had something to do with the spirits in the last Avatar, that was some of the most interesting stuff to us, at least. And then might as well just say, like, not that we've had a lot of stuff spoiled or anything, but there's been some hints there, here and there. Or at least I've seen some that yes, we are gonna dive more into the spirit world in The Legend of Korra than we did in The Last Airbender, and also something about like the design of the spirit world is gonna look a little bit different, and I think you can already see that just with the design of this first spirit that we saw, and even the big kraken looking thing. I really dig that, just the way that they're designing it and using like the light, or like luminescent like material in a way that they're made out of, and quite damn powerful. And it is a big part of this world as well, the spirits, and how like the physical world is connected to the spirit world, how they can visit the physical world as well, and why they do it. So it's just really interesting, and I'm quite intrigued by like what this season can be.
Yeah, and with angry spirits, I really like that. We had 2 like run-ins with not angry spirits, but there was one angry spirit, Hey Bye.
Yeah.
That was an angry spirit. Tainted, like basically nature tainted, right? And then we had the Painted Lady. Is also when we recently saw it, you and I rewatched it, and I was just reminded how wonderful that episode is for me, at least. And this whole, you know me, symbolics and everything, how spirits basically, when they get angry or when they disappear or like there's something wrong in the world, they go bad in a way. And I really like that a lot. I think it's beautiful.
Same here. I like that sentiment too. And we even got Tenzin trying to talk to the thing here and asking it like, what happened? What did we do wrong? Like, where did we, how did we fail for you to get to this point?
Why are you angry?
Exactly. Not blaming the spirit or anything, but being like, okay, shit, we fucked up. What did we do? Help us. But no one was able to handle that spirit except for Korra's uncle. I'm sorry, we're gonna get the name down at some point. It's just we don't really want to look up things most of the time because we might get spoiled if we just write something like Korra's uncle, and then it's gonna tell us something about what happens to him or something he does in this season maybe. Or he has great plans for her though. He said in a little bit of an ominous way. But I don't expect for him to turn out to be like the villain of this season, but maybe because they did what they did in the last one was, you know, having villains that you can kind of understand and you can like see where they're coming from, and in this season having the villain be a family member, that's like very close. Not saying that that's gonna happen or anything. Like we didn't really get into like a villain for this season in this episode. Like what they really have to focus on, and the big issue is the spirits.
Yeah, but perhaps someone is making the spirits angry on purpose.
Yeah, maybe it's not just that the South Pole, the Southern Water Tribe, that they are focusing less on the spiritual side and more on the, like, let's have a big party and a lot of colorful things to look at and rich people attending and capitalism. And like, I don't think it's just that, but it might contribute to it, just like he said.
No, I think what I meant was that it was like a specific person.
Has definitely. I was just saying that I agree with you that I don't think it's just the stuff that all the stuff that I just mentioned. That yes, it's probably also someone who's messing something that's like a new faction or something that's messing with the world.
But if it was the uncle, I highly doubt it, because then it's like basically all the baddest of guys we have met so far are almost all waterbenders then.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would be a little bit of a bad statistic.
Yeah, having a waterbender be the bad guy again. I don't know if he is a waterbender, but I assume that he is, because he did do some waterbending moves, like moves, but was just like soothing the spirit instead and not using water in the same way, or maybe using it combined with some sort of like the healing aspects of the water bending. Maybe that's what he's using to calm the spirit in a way. I don't know. That's also very, very interesting. But let's rewind just a little bit, like back to before they got to the Southern Water Tribe and went back to Korra's hometown, which has gotten way bigger, by the way, compared to what we saw in the last episode. It's been 70 years, so of course a lot can happen in 70 years. But back to Republic City. They have a president now.
Yeah.
So no need for Tenzin to stay there, and like they don't have the council in the same way. And got a little bit of pro bending where they just showed us that Bolin is continuing on on the Fire Ferret team, but Marco, he's definitely not doing any of that anymore. He wants to be a police officer, or at least just help out in the city. That's really nice, and he did a good job catching those guys. Mentioned Beifong, so maybe she's gone back into the police force.
Yeah, and he even said that Beifong was talking about making him a detective.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. So that's intriguing as well. And then we also got, Tenzin. Like at first was gonna go around to like with his family, the Airbender kids and everything, who are just, they continue to be very entertaining. Gonna go and visit all the air temples. Now Korra is not gonna tag along on that journey, but Tenzin's siblings are coming, and we got a lot, like, we got some of that sibling rivalry, or at least that they're like how they jive together, and it seems like they're both kind of picking on poor Tenzin, because he's like the more serious one, maybe. Boomy is at least like very, like, he's the bigger brother, and it seems like he's just, I'm sure he's had a lot of responsibility, of course, being in the Navy and all that, but he's the more just going with the flow kind of dude, and being a little bit more silly. And then we got we don't know much about Kaya yet, but it was just, nice meeting the rest of Aang and Katara's children, and I can't wait to get acquainted with them and to see the air temples again. I hope we're gonna follow that journey, and it's not just gonna be, they're going to go on a journey and then we're just only going to follow Korra, and then they're going to come back at some point and be like, oh, that was a great journey.
But it was very sad when Korra said that she was not going to join, and you could see that Tenzin was, he just, well, thank you so much for this time, and basically take care, and then we'll see you perhaps. And I think maybe it's also because she kind of gave him purpose in a way. And even though she's been a mouthful at times, it still meant something. And I couldn't help but think that, well, he believes that she needs him, but I also think that maybe he needs her. In a way. And I was very sad when Katara was Katara was saying, when you get this old, Tenzin, you will get, you'll happily spend time with your family.
Yeah, or at least appreciate the time that you have or had with your siblings.
And that hurt.
Yeah, because Sokka's not there anymore.
Yeah, and I can't help but think about my parents getting older and always wanting company, and it's just...
Yeah, spend time with your family, guys. Definitely, you never know what could happen. That sounded very ominous. Like that. But just going back to Tenzin, I don't see why this has to be like, okay, I'm done teaching you. That's it. Just because someone else is gonna teach her just for a little, like, because he's gonna teach her about the spiritual side of things. Like, he can't teach her airbending. Like, Tenzin is still gonna need to do that, because Korra still needs to learn airbending all the way. Like, she unlocked it at the end of the last book, but she hasn't really progressed a lot with the airbending. And I'm sure that's what Tenzin was also looking very much forward to do, finally being able to teach her airbending and showing her where Aang came from. And he also mentioned something about that was a purpose of that trip as well, getting in contact with the previous avatars. So maybe, he was looking forward to teaching her all of that and getting into contact with the previous avatars. Maybe even just a sliver of a selfish thing there, where it's like, maybe I can talk to my dad again, through her, in a way. He was I don't know. It was just sad to see him, disappointed like that. But I'm sure he's gonna return and he's gonna become a mentor to her again, because that's at least what we would like to happen. What else happened?
Asami returned.
Oh yes, Asami. Yeah, working together with. Oh yeah, that was a whole thing. Yeah, working together with Bolin and going to see this guy who's maybe gonna help, or at least they got a deal, and they maybe hopefully gonna help her get future industries. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, get them like back on top because nobody really wants to work with them after her father got thrown in jail, which that is understandable as well. Like their image kind of took a blow there. But yeah, the guy that went to talk to, he is intense, as you said.
Eccentric.
Eccentric, like very much seems like one of these like type of personalities where he's got a lot of money and a lot of ideas, and he is eccentric, and then he has a lot of people around him all the time to do things for him, and then like in a typical case of like when they went in there and he's doing that thing with like, oh, I levitated, and everybody was just got all their heads all up in his behind.
Business.
Yeah. And just agreeing with him and being like, oh yeah, you levitated, well done. And the only one in the room who didn't who just called it for what it was Bolin. Just, no, you're just sitting on a pillow, what do you mean levitating? So they did that thing that it's a trope that we've seen in other movies and series where it's this very important rich person, and then they have a lot of people around them that won't not agree with them, and then this new person comes in that disagrees with the leader, and the leader's like, I like you say things the way they are, kind of deal.
But I think when you are that rich and powerful and everybody is just sucking up to you, you get these people, like it's a real thing. And, and then
it's a trope for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. And then someone comes along and kind of cuts through the bullshit and says, hey man.
Yeah, and challenges you again.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like, oh, thank you, I needed that.
Yeah, he even said it like, you made me look ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because you didn't say anything.
Exactly, and they just fired that one random guy. Just, aw.
And he was just like, okay,
I'm
leaving.
Backing out of there. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get more into that. Moving pictures.
Movers.
Movers, yeah, calling them movers instead of movies. So still keeping with that, the world is evolving and technology, and we are in a 20s, 30s kind of era. So that it fits very well. And I like that they continue with Asami and showing us like her journey, and she's still gonna have a lot to do going forward. And then also speaking of Bolin before, he got a little bit smitten with at first he thought it was daughters, no, siblings. It's a boy and a girl, or a man and a woman. I don't know how old they are, but the female at least was voiced by Aubrey Plaza, whom like we just watched an episode of Parks and Rec before we sat down to, or while we were eating in between this and The Expanse, and then we watched Parks and Rec. So we just watched something with Aubrey Plaza in it, and probably the role that she's most known for.
Yeah, it is.
I also saw her in Legion not that long ago, and she's amazing in that series as well. And she's always playing these very quirky roles because she is kind of a quirky person in real life.
No, she's not quirky. She's downright weird.
Okay, yeah, just gonna say she's downright weird in real life, and this character as well is just, what? I'm gonna make you mine. Like a boyfriend or a slave, or yes. What? So I'm a bit afraid for Bolin now. Like, what's gonna happen?
I actually knew that she was going to voice someone, but I only remembered once it was like, I just remembered
as soon as you heard the voice.
No, not even.
Oh, okay.
Like after I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I was actually spoiled about her.
Oh, okay. But it was still a nice surprise in the moment, at least. Oh man, good start to book 2. I'm very intrigued about what's going to happen during this one. Do you have anything you want to add?
I don't think so.
Nope. All right. Then that's going to do it for this reaction and review of The Legend of Korra, Book 2, Chapter 1, Rebel Spirit. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.